When I was asked to say a few words about why Jen and I give to the church's annual stewardship campaign, so many reasons come flooding into my head. It definitely starts with Christian education. We spend hundreds of dollars a month in education expenses for music, lessons, sports, supplies, school taxes, and yet for Christian education, there are no costs to participate. You don't even have to be a member of our church to attend. Access to Christ's teachings are absolutely free, but the costs are not. Curriculum, event costs, supplies, training, staff, and equipment, all of that has a real, tangible cost. That's a reason we give. My love of Newington is another good reason. When we moved from Connecticut, Newington welcomed us with open arms. This congregation in particular was so warm and welcoming that they made us feel right at home. Now, though we've moved to Southington, Newington and this congregation remain close in our hearts. Downtown Newington, with its shops and restaurants, are anchored by our church. Our church's support for the community is so very important to making Newington the community that it is. That's a reason we give. Our love of music. Our church is blessed with award-winning music directors and a wonderful music program that encourages people of all ages to celebrate God's love for us through music. It's like we get a concert every Sunday. That's a reason we give. Most recently, I've become a member of the Board of Trustees. In the last few months, I've had a chance to see the business of the church. And at the risk of this turning into a completely uninspiring dissertation on economics, simply put, I've had the opportunity to realize that our giving is the lifeblood of our church, our congregation, and our community. By using the resources that God has provided for us to do His work, we are able to celebrate His love and support for each other. Each dollar that we give helps sustain the operations that make our church so great. But the truth is, the price of everything is going up. So with inflation and the rising cost of consumer goods, our church and our church staff will have to experience those same cost hikes. So if I can find a way to help the church cover the rising costs of goods and services, well, that's a reason that we give. Perhaps the most important reason we give, well, might be a little selfish, but it just feels good. It was the legendary British leader Winston Churchill who said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." That couldn't be more true. Booker Washington said, "Those who are happiest are those who do the most for others." Couldn't be more true. And of course, it was the great Bill Murray who reminds us, whatever you do, always give 100%, unless you're donating blood. I hope that you'll consider donating to this year's stewardship campaign and help us pledge to love generously, serve generously, and give generously.